I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Waiters passes to Adams. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. Viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
Westbrook against Irving. Pass to Love. 5 on the clock. Here's LeBron. Off the left rim and out.
And the pick that the Thunder used to select Adams, acquired in the James Harden trade. They hated to see Harden go, but it seems they got a quality player in Adams, that's for sure. This kid has tremendous potential. They did well to find a talented 7-footer late in the lottery, especially considering how weak the draft was.
LeBron right side. LeBron right side. The drive by Smith. Goes back up. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And for Steven Adams, just 1 year at the University of Pittsburgh, he got better and better, Steve, as the year wore on.
Yeah, I'll say he's a guy who understands his strengths. He's huge. He's relentless on the offensive glass. Pretty good hands and can finish at the rim. I think he still has a lot of room to grow.
And Ibaka gets to Adams. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
It's LeBron with the drive. The shot misses.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent her from converting in close. That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish, bringing it down with some thunder?
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him.
It's hauled in by Adams.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot. The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Miller comes in for LeBron. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. The Cavaliers have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far. Well, Knicks ownership guys frustrated last season that Ramon Shumpert didn't participate in the Summer League. And Steve, they were hoping he'd test out for some minutes at the point guard position.
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. And we heard his name arise all season long in trade rumors.
Dishes to Mozgov. And Shumpert slams it in.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Ibaka, this is to Durant. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And Miller throws it down hard.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's losing basketball.
And especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets, that pushes this lead up instead of going the other way.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And for Shumpert, his shooting numbers were down last season. He shot over 40% from long range in year 2, but was down to 33% last season. That can happen sometime in the course of a career. Still good from the corners with Shumpert, but perhaps he shot too many from above the arc.
And the Thunder making a change here. Waiters is checked in. Thunder trailing by 6.
And guys, for Shumpert, where he's got to improve his finishing around the rim. With his size and athleticism, I think he could be better scoring in the paint. That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Well, Thunder have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far.
Oh, how about that basketball fan?
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Thompson, left side. Here's Dellavedova. Good if it goes. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Anthony Morrow out there with Jackson. And it's Perkins in the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Gentlemen, Kevin Durant, the reigning league MVP, and his coach can't say enough about him. Scott Brooks said, whatever you say nice, you can print it out, and I'll just say I said it, because it's true. He's as coachable as any player I've ever been around in this league, as a player and as a coach. Guys, Durant is simply a coach's dream.
He sets the tone with his work ethic and dedication to his teammates. Doris, thanks.
Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. You know, he's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
Thunder trailing by 10. Jackson drives in. Here's Morrow, covered by Smith. Back to Durant. Outside for Jackson. Here's Morrow. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 Ps, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. Coach and front office questioning the team effort level.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Dion Waiters checked in for Anthony Morrow. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
Westbrook with the steal. Pass to Waiters. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Adams' shot is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Thunder trailing by 5. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence, just some self-assurance. I like what we're seeing.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Not gonna go as it bounces high off the rim. The pass to Waiters. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Dellavedova, looking for his first basket still in this one.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So, the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
Waiters passes to Ibaka. With some arc. Miller kicks to Shumpert. That's good. Shumpert's got 8 points.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job.
That's
Run
right.
him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Waiters dishes to Adams. And Waiters kicks to Durant. And the Thunder, another 3.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And Waiters kicks to Durant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done. And saved a likely dunk there.
Yeah, very smart foul under the circumstances. You can't allow him to just throw it down on him.
He hits the second from the line. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. One second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
and a night.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Thunder lead by 1. Time now for the halftime break with the third.